Hello, this is Brian. Today is Sunday, July 4th, 2021. Happy Independence Day! Well, for my Independence Day, I decided to come up here to the San Gabriel Mountains. I'm near Table Mountain Campground and the Table Mountain Observatory facility. But I'm not here to wait for fireworks. At least not the literal kind. There's something here in Mother Nature that's given us fireworks. And that is going to be the topic of my Spotlight on Plants video for today. So today's Spotlight on Plants focuses on the beautiful San Gabriel Mountains Beardtongue, or San Gabriel Mountains Penstemon. And this is Penstemon labrosus. This is a fairly common to scattered species of Beardtongue or Penstemon found here in the San Gabriel Mountains. And you can see here it has a brilliant orangish red flower. The details are going to be a little fuzzy because this is a small plant. It's one of those plants where you got to kind of crouch down to really get a good look at. So hopefully I'll get some more of these in the sun. But Penstemon labrosus, the San Gabriel Mountains Penstemon, like other species in the genus Penstemon, they are a member of the Plantain Family, the Plantaginaceae. And they are perennial herbs, and they are sometimes quite common, and they're not quite as conspicuous until their flowering period, which is now in the summer. I'm going to try to go up to some and more in the sunny position. Maybe I can get better footage of it. As you can see, more of these orangish reddish flowers. They are just starting to open up. Here's some that are just starting to form their flower buds. Their flower buds, before they're large enough, are these little tiny beak-shaped buds. And then they enlarge to about this size here, about 3/4 of an inch or so, and eventually open up to these lovely flowers with lobes that go down and go up. It's a beautiful flower, striking beauty. So we got these lower 3 lobes here, and then we got these higher 2 lobes that are basically attached except at the very tip. So that's one way you can identify Penstemon labrosus. Another way is by looking at the foliage of the plant. So there are a lot of specimens here, there are a lot of opportunities to look at it. So Penstemon labrosus is known for these very narrow, almost spatulate shaped leaves, very narrow, and they fold up at the midrib. It's kind of hard to see here, but if we get down a little bit closer, you might be able to tell that they do kind of curve upward at the midrib vein of the leaf. So that's one way you could tell this plant apart from some of the other penstemons in the area. There are 2 similar, definitely not extremely similar, but there are 2 similar species of penstemon that could potentially be found here in the San Gabriel Mountains, and I've seen at least one of them. One of them also has a beautiful firecracker reddish orange flower, and that's called Penstemon centranthifolius, which is scarlet bugler. However, scarlet bugler forms a much taller plant, much leafier, wider leaves, and bigger flowers, and bigger inflorescences, or bigger flower stalks. So that's one way you could tell scarlet bugler, which has a similarly colored flower. And then there's another species called Penstemon. Give me a second to think about it. My mind's kind of slow today. It would be it's another type of beardtongue. It's Penstemon rostriflorus. Penstemon rostriflorus is also quite a similar plant. I don't see any Penstemon rostriflorus around here, so I can't really compare and contrast it. However, one thing I could tell you is, going back to the shape of the flower doesn't open up quite as much to these really conspicuous 3 lobes, as far as I can tell. These really narrow 3 lobes are more characteristic of Penstemon labrosus, what we're looking at now. And I don't believe that the leaves they fold at the midrib, and their leaves that are higher up on the stem underneath where the flowers start are supposed to arch back. Now, before filming this video, I definitely took some time to go through my Wildflowers of Southern California book to do the research so I can get a definitive answer to what species I was looking at. So, some of the information I'm gleaning comes from this book right here. This is one of the few times I actually remember to bring this book with me. This is a good book. And this is not an paid advertisement, but just trying to spit some facts. It helped me differentiate. I was wondering if it was Penstemon labrosus, but I wasn't 100% sure. And now I'm certain, and now I can identify it on my hikes. So Penstemon labrosus, beautiful beard tongue, found here in the San Gabriel Mountains, probably the San Bernardinos, and I believe down into Baja California. So I don't believe it goes up into the Sierras. So it's more of a Southern California, Northern Mexico plant. So there you have it, the beautiful, beautiful San Gabriel Mountains beard tongue, or San Gabriel Mountains Penstemon. That was Penstemon labrosus. And that will do it for this Spotlight on Plants video. Come up here near Table Mountain facilities. You got a restaurant over there, disc golf course, and if you want a little solitude, just come down the hill a little bit and check out the wildflowers. They are worth your time, I'm telling you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next episode of Spotlight on Plants.